Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Keep Your 5 Oddly Optimistic Dwarves Sane and Busy while we keep getting inexplicable undead sieges. Because that's basically our situation we're in. We are a few months into a second siege in just our third year of the Hill of Habit. Um, and we have a couple things to talk about here. So first of all, last episode I was setting up some ramps along my cavern walls here, so I can floor the outside edge and prevent any climbers from climbing over. And then we're gonna, on this Z level here, one above, we're gonna floor this just to kind of protect us from flyers. So that'll kind of make sure this whole area right here that's walled in is safe. The other thing I did was I had built ramps over here because I was going to build floors on the outside edge of this entire wall over here. However, when I go up a Z level, you'll notice it is completely covered by caverns. So I was looking it up. I'm 99% sure this is totally safe. Excuse me. And no one can climb this because there's literally, a wall, a rock ceiling right above this, which acts like a floor or a ceiling. So I'm deleting these ramps here because I don't need them. So the only ones I need are this one, and this one, so I can floor this whole area. So we're gonna get that done here in a second. And then the other thing I just wanted to show you was if I go up to this level here, which is my the first level immediately below the surface. I had an idea where I was going to build this, and I'll talk about this in a second, but I was going to build this sort of weird winding-esque kind of pathway that would eventually connect into the upper level here that's beyond my bridge, the drawbridge here. And my idea was I was going to put a secondary drawbridge here and probably another one somewhere over here, and then just line this with traps. This inner line here would be something I would build, and then at a later date eventually carve some fortifications here so that we can shoot, possibly get a archer squad, and we can shoot into this hallway and just make this a complete death hallway for any other invading forces. However, looking up, doing some research into this, again, there's so many like minute details and things you have to look at. I was just making sure this wasn't going to absolutely backfire because I'm essentially opening up a pathway into my fort despite my drawbridge here. So I just wanted to make sure things were okay, and I looked it up. These creatures are classified as experiments, I believe is what they're called. If I look at health description, it says here it's a night creature that was created after horrible experiments. So they're considered experiments, and basically these are a special type of sort of night creature, and they are trapovoid. So you can't just like put down a bunch of cages and cage them. And I also couldn't just put down, sort of normal stonefall traps, or I was looking into doing some hammer. So I was making some silver warhammers, which I'll probably still make just to have them. And I was going to put some of those in there. I didn't want to do anything serrated or with an edge. I'm going to keep time going here. Anything serrated or with an edge because that would cause all kinds of issues. Undead basically would not die from that unless it decapitated them on a lucky shot or something. So I might have still built them anyways. I was going to build a whole bunch of traps here and just watch the carnage. But most of these guys are not going to trigger them, from what I understand. I could be wrong. It's kind of complicated with these special type of creatures. So I decided to kind of bail on that plan. I'll keep it, and I will do this eventually. If there's ever like a goblin siege or something, we'll be ready for it. So I will eventually queue this up. Again, it's just a blueprint right now. We'll do this later. And yeah, so I was going to do that. Decided not to. And I decided to kind of keep it peaceful. Again, I was trying to think of how can I like speed this up and try to kill these guys with my meager population of 5 and not a whole lot going on. So I still queued up some warhammers anyways and some more mechanisms. We'll get that going anyways, just to keep guys busy and working on things. But yeah, not too worried about that. What we are looking for is for these floors. You can see the blueprints right here to get built. Some of them may suspend because of diagonal thingies and pathing and whatnot, because it is kind of an awkward wall since they can't walk on this rock over here. So we may have to babysit that a little bit. That's fine. I just want to get this mostly done. And that will guarantee we're safe here. Might mine out a couple spots. I believe you could build a road to remove some of these sort of like little tree saplings that we're trying to grow here. That will get rid of them, and then we deconstruct it, and then we can put a nice farm plot here and have a much better, a more efficient farm tile here. And then the other thing I want to do while we're kind of waiting on that, and again, everything's going to take kind of a long time to get through here, but it's just kind of the situation we're in. Masterpiece mugs, still making mugs. Oh, they made those 10 warhammers very fast. That's pretty awesome. The other thing I want to do here is I want to build a library. I'll do a blueprint first. We'll make it nice and big, just again to keep people busy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You're gonna go 8 here, so add one more here. Nice big library that we'll carve out, and again, just more excuses to make things. We're gonna make some bookshelves or bookcases, I think they're called. Let me convert this now that it's ready. Get that queued up. We'll make some bookshelves, we'll make some tables and chairs and things like that. Open it up as a library. Again, we'll get more guests come in. Maybe one of them's like a super crazy monk martial artist that's just gonna like kung fu the crap out of our undead siege at the surface. Or maybe they won't. Maybe they'll just come to their death and die, and either way that's fine. Not worried about it. Whatever. Just micro line because that's our thing right now. And let me actually just change that real quick to the closest. All right. So I'll wait till this gets dug out. We'll put in some furniture and make it look all nice, and hopefully eventually it'll become a nice place to visit. Probably not right now, obviously. But yeah, they'll get that done. Let's get some statues going on the outside and on the inside. Just trying to make it nice. I figured this level was good for library. A, I have the space for it, and B, it's right across from our tomb, which is a quiet place. So I think they match the deathly silence over here. So better than being on the same level as our tavern, which unfortunately is probably just as quiet right now. But eventually, hopefully, with some luck and some lack of undead sieges for more than 2 months, we might or 2 seasons, we might have some visitors and actually grow our little area here. So let's build some tables. How do we want to do this? Like that. We'll do a 3-way. 1, 2, 3. Symmetry is everything, obviously. Build some chairs on these. Oops. Wait, spot. Is this table here? Yeah, okay. Wait, wrong. Cancel. Did my table not get built here? I noticed the blueprint. Okay, yeah, I just missed a click. That does happen sometimes. I don't know if it's an FPS thing or what. Sometimes just the clicks don't quite catch, which is whatever. We have a bunch of copper going around, so I'm gonna make some copper bookcases, and let's just do 10. Just get our metal crafting going. I don't care. Can't hurt. Again, we're building more jumping spiders. A large large roaches. Come on. Enjoy that in the library. Not peaceful at all. What do I want to do here? I want to make this a zone. So we'll make this a meeting area. Most of the zones now are in meeting areas. Even the hospital, that's a bit of a change from the previous version. That's the way it is. So here you just click on, what is this? Assign a new location here. And we're going to click on new library. It is now named the Treasury of Fortresses, which is a pretty awesome name. And then you can, look at this and you can see, okay, here's what they want. They want how many written objects are here. How many chests? Oh, I gotta put chests, and then how much writing materials in those chests. So let's add some chests in here. I forgot to do that, so we'll add a couple of chests. Let's put one by every table. Oh, it's ready. Is my throne? Yeah, okay. Okay. Make sure it wasn't suspended because there's a rock there. Sometimes if someone's in the way or something's blocking it at the moment that they're trying to construct it, they'll be like, never mind, I'm not building it. They'll suspend it. So yeah, and this also fulfills a need. I think it's to think. I forget what it is. It's to be deep in thought or something. I forget what the wording is. We'll probably see it at some point in some of these moods when it says something they're missing. This guy has no usually there's if they're missing needs, unmet needs, what I'm looking for, it'll pop up here. This guy doesn't have any. Oh, that's a child. That's probably why. Derp. Come on. Okay. Like here. Yeah, okay. So to pray, acquire an object, be with family, be with friends, martial training, wander. Well, yeah, you're not going to be able to wander for a while. Sorry. All right. So we're getting that done, which is good. Let's see if any of our bookshelves showed up. Build furniture bookcase. So hotkeys. Oh, good to know. Do it like this. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We only have 3 so far. So we'll get those built. And let me check my cavern layer real quick. Are we building any of these? No. Why? Probably just not enough people. And I am going to line this with traps at some point. Just haven't had the time. We don't have enough warm blood. Well, we got plenty of blood, but not enough living dwarves here to do a whole lot. So, but I am trying to like keep the skills going. I'm trying to, you know, keep them busy. Not too busy, but I mean, it's hard to not keep them too busy when we only have 5 dwarves doing any work. If we look at the surface here, let's see what's going on. We'll zoom out a little bit. We still have these hordes of undead things. What's this one? The one looks like a spider. Health description. It's a oh, that's the scorpion. Okay. And yeah, as I was doing reading too, experiments. If they're humanoid, I believe they retain the same like form generally. You know, they're still like a goblin will still be a goblin and whatnot. But other creatures, like, you know, they did experiments on horses. They oftentimes like shapeshift. So they went from, you know, they were doing experiments on horses and it turned into a scorpion. So I was surprised by that last time, but apparently that's just the nature of the beast, if you will. And then we have our other horde over here. We do have a couple that were killed. So over here we have Xylar Gorbslusty's scale, which is just his name. Oh, yeah, we don't get description of them anymore at this point. But he's splattered with blood. So one of our visitors kind of came around and slaughtered him. Again, I'm worried. We have a few guys walking around. This guy is a necromancer over here. The human soapmaker necromancer. And I think this guy is too. Yep, dwarf poet necromancer. So kind of worried about that. Again, without a path into our fort, they're just kind of hang out here. And they're lucky they're far away enough from these guys. I also think we're pretty lucky to have that, because again, I just don't know what the interaction would be if they got scared and got in combat and it started raising undead things all around. Like what if they raised, like, you know, some of these guys here? I mean, that might actually be cool because they might be tougher to kill and might do some damage against some of these experiments that we have. But yeah, so that's what we got going on the surface. We're not touching that for a while. I do have a little pasture here I set up, sort of indoor pasture. It is now almost completely covered with fungus and various other plants. I hope to utilize that in the future. Again, we did trade for a few animals with the, I think it was with the humans, and they're no longer here. We'll leave it at that. All right, build furniture. I think it's O for the bookcase. It is. Build the rest of these that we have. And I'll put a couple more statues. Let's look in these corners here. Why not? Alright, so we got that going on. They're going to start placing them. Wonder why these are placing first, not these, but it's fine. Maybe no one was available, now they are. Let's go down to our cavern layer. Nothing going on. I love just like the lack of luck we've had when I was building these walls. Okay, we have no more gems. Ranger Sepulchre Corpse. So this might be good. Oh, you're the chief. Man, we have all these visitors just hanging around. So he was there. Goblin Poet. Man, there are so many like little guys just hanging around. Elf Poet, who's just standing there naked. Are you wearing any clothes? You just... Yeah, you literally have nothing. 0 items on you. What are you? A leader. So many weird... These evil creatures resemble walking frogs with arms and the intelligence to use them. They live in the waters far into the earth. Well, he is very cute. Apparently evil. I'd love to see what he could do. Let's see if any combat shows up. I don't know where that guy went. I can find him if I want to, but... It said Kobold? Kobold Ranger Sepulcher. Okay. There you are. What's your deal? You're a master dodger, professional crossbowman, expert shield, expert armor, expert bowman, and you have no weapon. Great. Never mind. I thought that might be like another guy who might kill a couple of these guys, but nope. Oh, got the save going. So we're now in early autumn. We should have, like, you know, sometime in the next couple of weeks or so, be getting our next Dwarven caravan. Unless the siege magically lifts after the autosave, which I don't think will happen. That's not going to happen. So my guess is the siege will lift sometime as we get into winter, maybe into the very beginning of spring. Hopefully before that, but if not, you know, that's when they'll leave, and then hopefully again we'll get that summer and autumn caravan. So from the humans and the dwarves again, make some more trades, and just like really hopefully get some migrant caravans, which I think we will. Migrant waves, excuse me, because we traded with the dwarves last autumn, and they, you know, I assume they made it back to their civilization, or our civilization, I should say. We should get migrants as soon as the siege lifts, and then, you know, whenever the next migrant wave is scheduled. So just kind of hoping for that. Yeah, these are getting built kind of slow, which is weird. Okay, they're going now. See if we have any more kind of like big mining things I can do. What is this? Okay, this is Dolomite. I don't care about. It was Jet, which I kind of don't mind queuing up some jobs for. Let's just make like a big one here. Mostly doing this just to catch some more. I mean, more, you know, metal ore is fine, but mostly I want gems just to keep my gem cutter busy, encrusting some of those mugs, so when we do trade we're going to get pretty good bang for our buck. So let's try and look for some gems as we scroll through here. Then we're into caravan. Plenty of gems in the caravan looks like, but the cavern, I keep saying caravan. Are these not in the burrow? Nope, they are. They definitely are. Alright. Oh, these are not. That's what it is. Trying to figure out why they weren't building these, why it was taking so long. I was like, maybe it's a pathing thing and they're taking their time with it. Let's do that. That should be fine. And then they should come start building these now. Man, I wish it would tell you that sometimes. I know that would like cause all kinds of other issues with like spamming Ansel messages and whatnot, but I'd love for like a, hey, you have a job outside your burrow. Did you intend for that? Like every time you create it, you know? Because I know like there's going to be a ton of hauling jobs that are not happening right now because of the burrow. So I'm not saying spam that, but like when you create a job and it's outside of the burrow, it should be like, hey, by the way, just so you know, outside your burrow. So we'll see if they add that at some point. They do, you know, they already... What was this? What's in here? Oh, that's a troll, right? I forgot about that. We did catch a troll. He hasn't been hauled. I don't know. We might have space in our animal stockpile now that I think about it. I don't have a hotkey for this. Oh, we don't. We just make a secondary animal stockpile somewhere. Let's put it here. This will also store, again, cages will be stored in your animal stockpile, even if they don't have animals. So hopefully that'll get things moving there. Our library is pretty awesome. Kind of like how it turned out. I could probably do another row of tables and chairs here. I'll do that at some point. A bauxite. Yeah, I'll just do more digging jobs. Just find all the gems. Few random ones again. I don't care about the symmetry of that. Ooh, I see gems here. Set it to auto. Auto is great. It just auto cuts the vein. So like I could just click on one square right here for the tetrahedrite and it will mine out all the tetrahedrite that might be in this vein. Anything connected to it, it'll just automatically mine out, which is pretty nice, pretty powerful when used correctly. going on here? Yeah, I wish that, there we go. Our guys are starting to build these, which is great. And this should allow them to build different ones again. This one might get suspended. It's fine. Like, these corner cases are always a little weird. There is, like, a logic to how they build these things. I believe it's, like, if you designate a line, the last line, like, the last part of that line is where they will start building. So if you use that to your sort of advantage and you understand how that works and plan it out, you can avoid those jobs being suspended. Although they probably will still happen, here and there. But you can do that, but that's too much thinking. I'd rather just let them build as they go, unsuspend with, when they suspend it, and it usually just fixes itself pretty quick. So, so there's that. I also need them to destroy these ramps. I don't think it really matters, but it would just be nice to have. You're thirsty, so you need to go drink. Again, they're getting like all these unmet needs for like praying and whatnot. So I am at some point probably just gonna go into their labors and just like say nobody does this to everything, and that way they can just go have fun and chill for a little bit. That might be useful. So, but yeah, gotta wait on a few more things to happen before we can do that. So, see how this floor is going. This is good. Again, the whole point of this floor, if you build any wall, things can climb it if there's there's space overhead. So building a floor as an overhang, they can't climb that. Just be careful. Don't build fortifications here. That will not work. They can grab onto the fortifications and pull themselves up on the other sort of side and then get over. So just be careful with that. What I'll probably do here is a floor and then a fortification next to it on the outside of that, and that works just fine. And that way they have a little bit of walking space and then things to shoot through. So let's see here. Okay, we're fine. So far no suspended jobs here. This should be fine because they can path over here and then build it. Although sometimes they build diagonally. I don't get it. When they don't have to build diagonally, they will. And then if they have to, like the only access to it is through a diagonal, they will cancel the job and be like, I can't do it. Very strange behavior. But that's the way it is. I'm also going to build like a little exploratory tunnel here. Let's just see what's going on. Can I not? Oh, I'm on auto. Derp. I was like, I'm not the edge. Do some like random. Hopefully we don't hit the caverns on this level. I don't think we will, because all this is kind of confirmed to be rock here. So we'll see. Still need gems. Still don't have them. Let me go to this level here. Haven't stored anything yet. Yeah, pretty soon I'm gonna give them like a holiday. We'll do like a harvest festival thing and just chill a little bit. I'll have to watch the planters because I don't want my. We might be able to afford to go a season. You know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna set in the winter. Just leave it fallow for now. And that way, even our planters can take we'll just take the winter off. We'll just chill a little bit. Goblin Snatcher is visiting. We have the worst visitors. Like, everyone's a criminal, a snatcher, a necromancer. Well, poets, I don't mind. They're kind of useless, and they are elves, which is annoying. But like, the goblin poet, which is interesting. But still no. It's odd how there are so many creatures on the surface and. Like this guy right here. Like, what is... This is so strange to me that this Goblin Snatcher, which I don't think is the same one that just showed up. But he's been here for a while just hanging out with these guys, and they don't care about him. And I don't understand why that is. They must be... I don't know. Maybe someone can explain it to me. I have no idea what the deal is with that. So, let's check down here. Do we have any suspended jobs? No. Alright, we're almost done. Pretty awesome. Hey, we got some gems. Good. Goblin Bard. Where did our gems come from? Probably over here somewhere. Yeah. No, I don't see them on the floor. They might have been collected already. Where did I dig? Here. Ah, there they are. Alright, so we found some gems over here. So this might be a good layer to continue. That's why I was trying to pay attention to what layer it was. Certain types of rock, they're different layers. They have a tendency to have certain veins within them of different ores or different gems. And so some will like never have gems, and some will only have gems and no metal. So it's just good to note where things are. So I know on this level right here, on 13, lucky number 13, perfect, apropos for our fort, contains gems, and that can be, we can use that to kind of queue up more jobs here if we need more gems. So hopefully we'll keep getting more of those. Just queue up a few more. More visitors, a dancer. See what happens. Alright, once we hit our next autosave, so that'll tell us it's winter, that's when we'll do a vacation. We'll do vacation time. I'll turn all labors off. We have no planting going on, and we'll just chill. We have plenty of drink to last a while, and all kinds of stuff, so they can just do whatever they want. They can pray, and hopefully that'll help our moods even more. Although, I gotta say, I was pretty, in the back of my mind, pretty convinced that this was just gonna be a tantrum spiral with all the people we died, and some of them turned to ghosts and were haunting our people and whatnot. I was a little bit worried we were going to have a real problem with moods. And then that can easily, especially with only 5 active dwarves, other than a child, that could cause serious issues. You know, they have a tantrum, they start beating people up. You know, the worst is when they knock over a statue, because then a god oftentimes will turn them into like a vampire or something, or curse them with like a werebeast thing. And then you have a whole different set of problems, and that would have been the end of the fort easily. So I'm very impressed that we have one person right now that is pretty annoyed, and everyone else is like, this is okay. It's not like amazing, although 2 are pretty happy. 2 are pretty like, this is cool. I like this. We're doing fine. Don't go outside, but other than that, everything's fine. Yeah, I'm so surprised that is the case, but whatever. Who's in here? Oh, okay. I'm just trying to see what like died in here. The pits came full circle. That's their name. Oh no, it's a book. Okay. Dang Lanzor. It's a good name. Considers the pits profane red. It's hard to parse these sometimes, but like, where does the word end? Profane red. The writing is quite self-indulgent. Overall, the prose is not awful, but not very good. So, sounds like it's a book about some goblin pits, which is like a site that the goblins will found. Skeletons, hamsters. One of these night experiment things. Tree frog. What do we got here? Alright, another skeleton on one of those guys. That, well, I won't really know. It could just be a goblin guy or whatever, a skunk. And then that's the other one from the first siege, I think it was. Feels like so long ago. So many sieges. It's only 2, but 2 in 3 years for undead sieges, and this one is huge. It's just weird. I don't know. Something weird's going on here. And plus all the visitors I get are like so awful. I think I just generated a really like terrible world. And it is called the Planet of Tempests. Tempests, of course, you know, being like storms. Yeah, not shouldn't be surprised, I guess, with that name. And I think I commented on that when I created the world. I was like, oh, that doesn't bode well for us. And it has not. So, this is what, emu? Giant emu? Giant cassowary. Cool. What about this one? Just a dwarf. Or like a bat. Ooh, who's this? Dag, the Gold of Bridging. The item is a well-designed image of Dag, the Gold of Bridging, the deity of trade and wealth. Nice. See, that's, why can we get more of that and less like roaches? Kangaroo buck. The eye swordsman stabs the kangaroo doe in the head, tearing the muscle, shattering the skull, and tearing apart the brain. And an artery was opened. Yeah, I think that that probably killed the kangaroo. Not surprising. Alright, any more gems over here? Nope, so hopefully we get a few more. More kangaroos being killed? Yep. The maceman bashes the kangaroo in the head with her morning star, tearing apart the muscle, chipping the skull, bruising the brain, and a tendon has been torn. They're dead. The bow woman, the kangaroo doe, okay, we don't care. Yeah, that's gonna happen time to time as stuff wanders in. I'm just surprised they're not pathing immediately to the people on the map. I find that strange. And annoyingly, because of these three guys that were able to sneak in, or I think they climbed in, which means most of these guys can probably climb in here. But because there's no direct path into my fort because of this drawbridge right here, I think it just screws up the pathing and they don't really care. Or at least not all of them do. They may have just like wandered into the wall. We're just going to climb over it. And we're like, oh, now I see, livestock or whatever. And now they're just kind of dancing in their blood and chilling there. What's going to be interesting is when the siege lifts, I'm going to have to, open these before I open this. I have to be very careful with which levers I pull. That way these guys will hopefully path their way out, not just like stay because they missed leaving the map, when the siege ended. So, God, these big ones like creep me out. I don't know. These give me a very unsettling feeling on what it is. Human axeman. All right, someone kill some stuff. 'Cause we can't. Library going, and what's your job right now? You are reading. Cool. Like, I'm trying to get that to be a more normal thing for our dwarves. Do some normal stuff. What are you doing now? Read. Good. You were like hauling or something. Yeah, you're just hauling materials to make mugs. At some point I should probably stop the mug thing, right? Like, we probably have... I kind of want to check now. Well, this is under ammunition. I don't think I can search this whole thing. I have to, like, go into... Is it... Goblet? Goblets. 953 of them. My upper limit on this is 2,000. And I'm like, yeah, I do 2,000 because we're never going to hit 2,000, we're at 953. We're almost halfway there. And that just shows you how little we've been able to trade. Endlessly frustrating. So, why? So I need this one to get... Is it not in the burrow? Is that the problem? That's why. Ugh. Burrows are so finicky. I mean, it's great because you have absolute control over things. And actually, this one isn't either. Yeah, come on. And yeah, it's great because it gives you like absolute power, controlling exactly where they go if you know how to use it right. But man, when you have these long, and it's been almost 2 full years at this point. What are these guys? More naked mole dogs? Yeah. It's been almost 2 full years that we have been stuck here due to sieges and whatnot. I'm gonna leave the ramps. Oh, did I forget that one too? Yes, I did. It's been 2 full years that we've been stuck here with... the Goblin Bard is fighting, and it does not look good. Yeah, that didn't go well. The red text basically means when the enemy is hitting. And, yeah. Not good. Alright. We are... so close to being done here. So we have our overhang fixed. I'm going to test this out and go ahead and construct a paved road. It's like right here. They'll use whatever to build this, that's fine. What's wrong with you? Why are you in conflict? What else is down here? Oh, this list is so long with the invaders. There's a troll. He's not... Oh, no, that one is caged. Huh? I don't know what they're afraid of. Maybe just, like, they hear us or see us on the walls and stuff like that, and it's freaking them out. I don't know. We do need to floor this section as well, actually. Let's go ahead and queue that up. Construct, floor. I'm going to select the material. I'm going to try to get more... let's do it like this. More microline blocks. No access. Oh, I have to wait, I guess. Well, I can queue up other parts. Let's see here. Construct, floor. I won't have access here. This one's going to be tricky. I think nope, I can't even do that because they'll stand here. Okay, I have to delete this one. This ramp. All right, we hit winter. So now that I queued up all these jobs, I am going to give them all a break, which is fine. They seem to be doing okay. I might just do it for like half the season. Give them a little break, let them chill. Hopefully the siege will soon after that. They'll head out. And man, I just want some dwarves. It's been 2 years that I've been saying I want dwarves, and we just haven't been able to do it. Like, I hope we get a wave of like 30, you know, those big waves that you get sometimes. We can support it. We have like all the bedrooms in the world because we were like preparing for this before the first siege. We have all the workshops. We have a ton of food and drink. Not as much as, you know, we could have, but we don't need a lot. A warlord. Come on. All these terrible people joining. It's unreal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete this ramp, and what they can do is stray dog gave birth. Human pikeman. All right. They can path up this ramp, walk across here, and then when this is gone, I'll put floor here, and then that gives them access there. So I may have to do this like one at a time for a little bit, but that's just kind of the annoyance of building floors on the upper level. So. Kangaroos. Man, if only we had access to the surface. like if they up. Is this it? Are they actually? Yes, it's over. Yeah, go get the kangaroo and then leave. Yeah, get out of here. Go. That's so funny. I was just gonna say, like, it'd be so cool if they killed a bunch of kangaroos and then left, and then we can just butcher them all and have a bunch of kangaroo meat lying around. Okay, stop chasing the kangaroo and leave, though. Oops. Like cue Yakni sacks, right? Alright. The siege is over. The siege was lifted. We are hopefully going to get a migrant wave released soon and start actually moving things forward here. So, thanks for watching again. We'll catch you next time. See you guys.